Hey everyone, Zach from West Coast Pop here. It is time for Rampage. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me for this watch along here. It's going to be a good show. If you saw All Out, you know it's going to be a good show. This is going to be fantastic. I'm excited. I'm excited for Andrade and Pac. Leave comments. I'll read them off during the show here. Let me know what you're excited for. Let me know who should be getting more TV time. If you are Brian Cage's wife, you have your opinion on that. But the Equalizer is finishing up right here. So we'll wait for Denzel to do what he does best. And then it's time for All Elite Rampage. Let me know what you thought of All Out. That was fucking fantastic. What a great pay-per-view front to back. Big Show QT Marshall was needed for the bathroom break. It was. Didn't really care about the match, but yeah. Let me know if there's anything you didn't like. I think the Jericho MJF match went a little long, but that's just me, and we've seen them enough. So, yeah, I think that's about it going into Rampage. I'm sure you all watch Dynamite. Dynamite was Dynamite. Yeah, crowds are hot. I think crowds are going to get hotter. It's going to be nice to kind of relax after we got all those debuts this Sunday, because then we're going to kind of forget in the back of our mind that Bray Wyatt can become All Elite as well. So let me know how you're watching it too. I'm watching it on TNT's website here using my cable provider. Here we go. The fallout from All Out. I'm really excited for this Andrade Pac match. I was waiting for this for a long time. So here we go. Hit me up in the comments. Leave comments. Let me know what you think of the show. Rampage starts now. Yeah, it's I think AEW is going to get to the point where they just become the it show. Soon we're gonna stop talking about Raw. Hopefully I don't have to watch it anymore. Raw is painful. Jim Ross, it is time for Rampage. Let's go. Hype crowd. Fifth Third Arena, Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh, no entrances. Oh, I know this was pre-taped and everything, but Andrade El Idolo. Let me know if you're on the same page as me. The other guy doesn't need to be with Andrade anymore, especially now that he has Chavo. Maybe he's not even out there. Look at the intensity on Pac. You scared your mom's going to hear you say bastard? Just say it. Same crowd as Dynamite. Should be good energy. As long as they didn't have to sit through 9 hours of dark tapings, I think it'll be a hot crowd. We got Taz and Jer on commentary. No Jericho so far. Mark Henry.
No way. No, I have to disagree. Chavo's a good man. He would never do that, I promise.
Sizing each other up. Pac isn't that much smaller than Andrade.
The Lucha Brothers not out here with Pac and ringside. They came out during the entrance. He told them to go back, and he wanted to do this by himself. So that's why they're not out here right now.
Here we go.
Here we go. Starting it out. Exchanging those.
Pac, man, when he's overseas doing those promos, those were some great promos. When he's just training and going crazy over there. All the guys who WWE didn't want to push are going to be the guys that make AEW be the company. Man, like, you want to give Pac a Mighty Mouse gimmick? How stupid is that? I know it's a different product. Vince is over there making soap operas. He has been for a while. He has been since the 80s. Speaking of the 80s, we go to commercial break. I got 1991 deck of WWF playing cards. I'll go through them. Let me know who you think is what number, and we'll see how you do. 1991. Pac and Andrade on now, though.
We're going to have their exclusive interviews.
More interviews.
Right here on Rampage.
Did a lot of interviews on Dynamite. More interviews with Darby and Sting. And a trios match. Good. There we go. Caster. You guys a fan of Caster? I feel like his raps are a little weak. So then he tries to do stuff like the Simone Biles thing, and it just is what it is. Nice. Pac is so smooth. Here we go. Nice. I like that. Pac is so good. He's so smooth, and Andrade knows exactly how to catch him and bring him down safely. Two guys WWE did not want in the main spot because of size and, I'll say it, ethnicity. I don't know if I could wrestle in dress pants. I only have one pair of dress pants, so probably wouldn't. But I don't do anything in my life, so I spend it with you watching Rampage. Thanks for joining. Hey, Excalibur got married. Good for him. Oh man, that was sweet. Did you see that? Andrade almost nailed a kid, and he like kind of said sorry about that. That's cool for a heel to do. Could have scarred him for life. He's probably like what, 8, 9? Once the kid turned about 20, 25, he might have snapped and gone after Andrade. So good save, Andrade. Would have been like Steve Buscemi on Billy Madison.
Hey, JR, we need to talk to our broadcast colleague here about his temper at Dynamite. Yes, you did. You're all pissed off. You see him Punk challenge one of your guys. Come on,
did you like Team Taz and Punk, that interaction? I really want him against Ricky Starks. I think that's the money match, but I guess have him go through Hobbs. TNT live stream. It's going to do this a few times, but hopefully yours is still going. But yeah, but you can't have Punk beat Hobbs because Hobbs really needs a push. He hasn't been pushed, so it's a tough situation, and I don't think Hook's ready to wrestle, so I don't know who you're exactly going to have Punk go through to get to Ricky Starks. I just missed a move. Show the replay. Don't take me to picture-in-picture yet. Oh, that was so good. Wow. And again, both men. It takes 2 men to do that. He landed body first on Pac. That's so good. Look at this replay. Goes up and in midair decides, let me turn a few thousand times. Nice job, Andrade. Who do you want to see Andrade feud with next? I have a feeling this is going to end tonight just because it got dragged out a little longer than it was supposed to.
Big forearm shot. Climbing the turnbuckle pad here. Well, here we go. Right,
and with everything going on with all the people in AEW now, is Hangman still the guy to go for the belt? Is that storyline a little done with now? Would you like to see it pick up back at Full Gear? I mean, honestly, I'd like to see Pac take it from him. Jungle Boy, I'd still wait. Year and a half-ish. Man. How do you take half of these moves? You just got to like flex and hope. All right, 90-second commercial break here. I'm just going to run down some news really quick. All Out did over 200,000 pay-per-view buys. That's a pretty damn good number. Like, that's a really good number. That's like average buys back in like the 2013-15s for WWE pay-per-views. That does not include, obviously, SummerSlams, all that kind of good stuff.
Sarah, you said you were buying a car today.
Chelsea Green says producers urge tough enough contestants to hook up with each other. You can read that online. That's on an article by Ryan Clark on eWrestlingNews.com. That's messed up. Again, as someone who works on a reality show, I know that nothing's really real on there. Let's go. Look who is in the chat. It is Knock. Knock. Hope you're having a good night. You know I am, because it is Rampage. Yeah, hit that like button. Give us some likes. Hit the sub button too. Subscribe. We got a lot of good content coming up. Eric just put up a cool video. He does a series where you listen to wrestlers tell their stories, and he does a great job putting visuals to it. So it's a really good series he's doing on there. So check that out. We got Pop Talk. Knock was with me this month on that, where we talk about everything pop culture. Fun stuff too. Comics, movies, TV, all that stuff. He says, you're telling me Roads to the Top isn't real? It's real as a $3 bill and a quarter. Part of it is real. Rampage is back on. These guys are so good at making things look very hard hitting. When, if you watch wrestling long enough, or if you're an independent wrestler like Eric or Knock from the show, you know that the timing, the way they hit, where they hit, how they jump, everything is just, these two are doing it perfectly. Knock is crying, or he's laughing. Believe in Roads to the Top, Knock. The Miz and Mrs. 2. The Miz is going to be on Dancing with the Stars if you want to catch that. I don't. Interviews. All these interviews, man. All these guys are doing interviews online as well. There's the post All Out scrum. Give that a watch. That's actually really, really good. Brian and Adam Cole praise where they came and their time there and everything like that. So no sour grapes there. They just know that they are wrestlers. This is where they hone their craft and they do their art. And that is what wrestling is. It is art. So smooth. Like everything is just like, it's like a video game. It's so smooth. Like it's just, there's no flaws in here. I'm not scared for either men. Video games too. AEW. They put out footage of their video game that we don't know when it's coming out, and hopefully will be on the PS5 and the new Xbox. But it had Darby Allin versus Jungle Boy, and it looks great. They'll work on the background and everything as it goes. Knock, can't believe they wanted to change Adam Cole's name. Knock, let him know, man. They wanted to change his name and make him a manager to Keith Lee. That's what they wanted to do. That was the plan in WWE. I'm sure Vince told him when they had that that meeting a few SmackDowns ago. Could you believe that? Someone like Adam Cole just as a manager? He has everything. Ridiculous. And Vince, I don't know what he doesn't see in Keith Lee. There's something wrong with Vince. Let me know in the chats if you know if this was taped before or after Dynamite. With all the interviews and everything, it seems like these matches could have taken place either end. Knock, no, Vince has not heard the baby chants. Honestly, when we went to WrestleMania 35 Takeover in New York and Brooklyn, it was like the coolest chant ever. Ever. Yeah, pre-taped. Just like AEW Dark Part 2, The Revenge, Dark 3, The Reckoning, AEW Dark 4, Part 5.
Second time in this matchup.
Now he's going to go for that move again. That would be a nice stretch. That's a nice ab stretch. You're doing a nice leg stretch there. Yeah, he's going up to the top. Pac, go easy on us. Wow. Again, flawless moonsault by Pac. Andrade catching him just right. Knock, big fan of Dark. Says Dark is going universal. Maybe they'll have Dark on the moon or in space, like you guys in Fast and Furious. Fast 9. If you haven't seen that movie, you had a good summer. Trash Bags was in it. He can't act. Trash Bags is John Cena, by the way. I call him that because he endorses Trash Bags. Fittingly, if you ask me. All right, hit me up in the chats if you know. Don't look it up either. Don't cheat. Pac's birthday. If you know his birthday or his age, I'll take either one. Ooh, that is a welt. Good call, Mark Henry. A lot of high spots in here with a lot of slower stuff in between. It's a smart booking. There we go. Ring awareness by Andrade. Let me know who you're rooting for. Both men need a win. So this is it's a lot of this going on in wrestling today where everyone involved needs a win. You know, back in my day, we had Barry Horowitz, the ultimate jobber, pats himself on the back. He was around during this time when we review these cards. I'll ask who you think are in there. Going for another high spot.
Oh, nice Ukemi roll. Get out of the way. Look at the hand.
Look at that.
And a Pele kick almost from a handspring.
If you ask why Pac would just stand there and take that, it's because he's wondering, what the fuck? This guy's just flipping?
Trying to break those double underhooks, and he does Pac. Oh, German suplex there.
Do you think this match would have been all this? Oh, nice in the turnbuckle. We'd have gotten all this in the match at All Out. That Jericho match, again, that was really, it just took too long. And QT and Big Show was very unnecessary. Let me know if you like QT Marshall. Here we go. Nice counter by Pac right there. 2 count going for the submission. A taser, Jose. I guess this guy has some worth. Here we go. Lucha Bros. Knock thinks we'd have had this match and they had time for it. 4-hour pay-per-view, they would have gone long. Man, I don't. For all the build for this match to have that happen. Great match. Bad ending. Knock, I'm surprised this wasn't the main event. I am too. I'm very surprised. This was the big build for Rampage all week. And that ending. Maybe Andrade gets a stable or gets a tag team with them. For all the hype for these two, for everything, that's the ending. I guess a proper rematch, pay-per-view rematch at Full Gear, but it's November. Still about 2 months of build. How good was the Lucha Brothers Young Bucks match? Andrade's music sounds like Smooth by Santana. Oh, okay. So you bring in Chavo to get rid of Chavo. I don't know if I agree with this. Pac just turned 35, by the way, August 22nd.
Enough is enough. Oh my gosh. Brought it on himself. Yeah, he really did, Mark. You're exactly right. Chavo's my friend.
Santana is. He has a new song out, Knox. Santana's got a brand new song out. Guess with which artiste? Which artiste of the VH1 coffee shop era is with Santana? Again, none other than Matchbox 20's Rob Thomas. All right, Chavo. Thanks for coming. Knock again. That's weird. They're separating Chavo already. They haven't had a time to get. Yeah, like they haven't had time to gel. Because Chavo was always weird in the interviews.
Should I be doing something?
Knox says, wow, he is a huge Rob Thomas fan. I'll just say this right now. He loves Rob Thomas. So the fact that he's back with Santana has Knox just saying, wow. All right, commercial. We got cards. Take a guess at who you think is the two in this deck of WWF trading cards from 1991. Again, we're going back to this era where it's just characters and not wrestling, unfortunately. So think 1991. Who would be two? That's kind of where I guess Vince might see people because I'm sure he had to pick. But two is none other than the British Bulldog. Davey Boy Smith. There's a petition going out right now to get him into the Wrestling Walk of Fame. You can find that online. I think that just came out today. But if you want to get him on the Walk of Fame, number two in the 1991 deck. So you get kind of like where they're getting placed in 1991. Number three, this guy has been around. The three in this WWF 1991 card pack. Ho! It is Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Yeah, same blue undies every match, man. What if you only had one pair? No scissor holds from Hacksaw. Thank you very much. All right, let's go with number 4. He is in the mid-card range. Whoever you think it is. Number 4, 1991. Trading cards from WWF. The NXT superstar himself, Ted DiBiase. Classic. So like this was a good character. It worked. We saw it work with Cameron Grimes on NXT. It is a very corny look, but yeah, it still worked because you like to see a guy like that get his ass kicked. Always Talk Wrestling. Which matches are on this show? I'm not watching. We just saw Pac lose to Andrade El Idolo. It was the first match of the night. We have Caster versus Brian Pillman Jr. That one's coming up. And then I think it's going to be the main event. We have a trios match between Britt and her two friends versus Ruby Soho, Statlander, and I forgot the other. Is it Red Velvet? Correct me if I'm wrong. And Always Talk Wrestling. Thoughts on SmackDown? I watch it after. So it comes on here. I'm an old man. I watch it on cable and I fast forward through commercials and everything. I'm watching Rampage, which wouldn't come on for another 2.5 hours on the East Coast time on TNT. And then after this, I will move on to SmackDown as it airs here. Tsunami. It's hanging all right, brother. Glad to have you on, Tsunami. You two always talk wrestling. If you're watching SmackDown, let us know your thoughts. You're multitasking like we did back in the Monday Night Wars. Knock again. The big SmackDown MSG show was today. That's right. That is right. Tonight is the big show. Got Darby Allin coming out now. Yeah, Brock. A lot of stuff going on. Riho, thank you, Knock. That is who is teaming with Ruby Soho and Statlander. And we got Tsunami. Brock is scheduled to return, and it is awesome. All right, you got me psyched up, man. I got dinner in the fridge waiting for me. SmackDown will be on the TV. Commercials will be on from Sonic, I'm sure. Good to know. Good to know, Tsunami. All right. Maybe we'll see who Darby goes after next. Stinger's in the ring with him. A lot of interviews coming up during here, this broadcast. We still hear from Brian, Adam Cole. There's skinny jeans, and then there's wearing paint. Darby Allin, man, how do you move in those? Those have to be elastic.
Tully Blanchard, you want to say Sting's riding my coattails? Sean Spears, listen to me, you generic piece of shit.
Oh, shit count 1.
You are absolutely nothing.
Damn. I mean, there you go. Classic Stinger. Tsunami, did you trade 3 hours of Raw for 3 hours of SmackDown and Rampage? Tsunami, I'm doing it all, baby. I'll watch every show. And you know what I'm going to watch later? Live? Not live, but first show of ROH. I wait until midnight till that comes on here, and then I watch that Fridays as well. Tsunami, Eric and Knock have been great. Knock is floating in and out of the chat. Yeah, the guys are great. Eric's been putting out great content on the channel. Check that out. I'm sure he'd appreciate you watching that. And we appreciate having you back, man. I have been well. Thank you, Tsunami. Had some health issues come up last month, but getting through them. Getting through them because of people like you guys. Thank you all for subscribing, liking, talking to us in the chat. This means a lot. I don't want Tully versus Sting. I don't want Tully versus Sting, and I think they might do a tag match. Tully, I love how comfortable he's been lately. And I guess FTR's fine. All right, we get promo number 1, call back to All Out. Adam Cole, boom, baby. Talking about the Elite, it feels a little odd seeing Adam Cole go from the top to... Yeah, so there, he's just seems saying like Kenny's basically the leader, so we'll see, but it makes for a good breakup story later on, just like marriages during COVID. Tsunami, Ric Flair versus Sting. I will take that one last time. It was very sad to watch on Nitro, on the final Nitro. Yeah, I'll take that, and I'll take it with the right people training Rick and making him do stuff maybe like DDP yoga or something to make him do more than just finger pokes and everything else like that. Bryan Danielson.
So I'm not exactly going after all of the elite. I'm going after one member of the
Says he's just going after Kenny Omega. You know who has been going after all members of the elite? The Elite Hunter. Frankie Kazarian comes out and hunts the elite once a month. Who do you think's a better wrestler? Bryan Danielson or Kenny Omega? I mean, that's a toss-up, obviously. And Kenny's going through some nagging injuries, so I hope he heals those before we get those two. I want the best versus the best. Let's go. Bryan Danielson is all elite. Hopefully his wife does not come to the shows with him. I'm not a fan of the Bellas. I'm just not. All right, let's go back to the trading cards. We're at number 5. Who in 1991 do you think is number 5? I would have put this one as maybe number 2, but Warlord. Gimmick change for Warlord and the Barbarian. Barbarian kind of had the same gimmick, but those two got a gimmick change, separated from their tag team. Let's move on to number 6. Who do you think number 6 is? 1991 WWF. So this is what I'm afraid most of the talent we love is going to get. I think this is what's going to happen to them. One of the best. Put on one of the best WrestleMania matches ever with Macho Man Randy Savage. It is Ricky Steamboat, who they turned into a dragon. So this is what we're getting in WWE now. This is what we're going to get. Tsunami, just stroll down memory lane with me and we'll be all right. Yeah, the dragon. It was so weird and cartoony. He would come out and it was really cool. He'd blow fire. He'd stand up on the turnbuckle and blow fire. It was cool, but it was a character gimmick that we're going to get with all the people we love. Let's go to number 7. We've got a couple more commercial breaks. Number 7, one of my favorites, a heel. So good. Sold like no other. I think Dolph is on the same level as him. I'll say that. He even looks like Dolph. This dude, man, he is absolutely perfect. Kurt Hennig, one of the 9,000 members of the NWO, Mr. Perfect, number 7 in a deck of WWF trading cards from 1991. Tsunami asking, who's the predictions champion now these days? Who do you think? The Infinity Champ, Eric, has the belt. If you're not familiar with our predictions championship, we do predictions for all of, like, the big pay-per-views and stuff like that. So again, we did it at All Out. Eric was victorious. I sucked as usual, but the winner is our champ on our channel. So right now, Eric is the predictions champ. He's the Infinity Champ for a reason. Yeah, Mr. Perfect. Woo! When is Ric Flair going to show up in AEW? And speaking of showing up, Bronson Reed. He recently said in an interview that he was terribly mismanaged recently. That's quite a big shot. Let me know what you guys think of Bronson Reed saying that, them giving him a title, them doing the stuff with his wife in the ring. I don't know. The doctor will see you now. The one and only Britt Baker is here. She's so good. Just Us League Unite. Yes, Tsunami. Yeah. Ric Flair Stadium Show. Yes, the Arthur Ashe Stadium Show. That one's coming up. Since you can't, you got all the surprises. And Bray can't come until October, so they should come up with not a Halloween Havoc, but their version of it. Do it on Dynamite or whenever, whatever show's closer. All right, get ready for one of my favorite songs. I have to mute it so we don't get hit for copyright reasons. But right now, Rancid is playing Ruby Soho. I love this song. It's stuck in Knox head all day today. So good. I cannot wait until a pay-per-view where they have them play live. They're so fucking awesome. Orange Cassidy out. The best friend and Wheeler Yuta. All right. A little fist bump there for Orange Cassidy and Ruby. Since I have to have my music off, enjoy this song, by the way. Bronson Reed is now a free agent. I'm just going to list off the other people that are free agents as well, and we can start guessing where they show up, when they show up, and all that good stuff. Mercedes Martinez, Jake Atlas, but he is signed with ROH, I do believe. Ari Sterling, Desmond Troy, Tyler Rust, Bobby Fish, Leon Ruff, Asher Hale, Zachariah Smith, Giant Zangier, Kona Reeves. I can't believe no one knew he was still sleeping there for that long in the locker rooms. And referee Stefan Smith are all now free agents. Let us know where you think they're going to go. Everyone can't go to AEW. Remember that. All right. Music back on. Good question, Tsunami. When does Ruby fight Britt for the belt? When do you want to see that? I'm sure it's going to be at Full Gear. I think that's still too soon. I don't even know if she should be feuding with Britt Baker. It should be like something she just throws out there randomly. All of a sudden, hey, the next pay-per-view, and I do this, maybe at All In. Like after Britt gets a big victory or something like that, or something, that's when she cashes it in. I don't like it being so soon. I have a bad feeling it's going to be on Dynamite. But when do you guys want to see Britt versus Ruby Soho for the belt? If they perform for Ruby, then she has to win. I agree full-heartedly. Just like the awesome entrance that we saw at All Out of the Lucha Brothers. Man, the production is starting to get there for me in AEW. That was a big thing beforehand. Maybe GCW or New Japan. Yeah, GCW. I really wish I could get tickets to a show here in LA. They go like that. They go faster than my hairline. I really, really want to see a GCW show. New Japan. I'd like to see a lot of people go to New Japan. And if Bronson Reed thinks he was mismanaged, have him go to New Japan and let's see if he has what it really, really takes. Because there's a lot of different styles in New Japan. Ruby Soho says she has found her love for wrestling again. Sentiments that are echoed by pretty much everyone who comes to AEW. So this crowd has now seen Ruby wrestle twice. This is the second time. I'm a huge Ruby Soho fan, but he's got to watch it with taping both your shows on the same night. Yeah, Jamie Hayter's a beast. And it's reported that Danielson will be under contract until late 2024, which would mean he'll be 44 years old. And apparently WWE offered him a shit ton of money, and he said no. He wanted it to be all elite and wrestle again. I don't blame him. Roads to the top. could be interesting. Roads to the top. I don't know. Tsunami, thoughts on Jamie? I like her. She just came back, so we got to see some more stuff from her. She's a little camera shy with her acting a little bit. So when she gets more used to that, her being paired with Britt, who is so confident and good, I think is money. You're going to see Jamie Hayter and Statlander just become, I think, I'll say main event stars in a year. Hayter maybe a little longer. All right. Who would be number 8 in 1991 in the WWF card pack? If you don't know, you're going to do some hard time. Big Boss Man, and hopefully we stop getting stuff like this on characters. I know Vince doesn't mind that kind of stuff, but it's got to go. Do the research. Number 9. Now it's 1991. So there's a reason this person is not at the top of the deck. In 1991, WWF trading cards, the Dead Man, the Undertaker, even with his ginger hair back then. Yeah, I mean, 1991, he was fresh. He was new. Who knew that he was going to be what he became? Rumor has it that he is back tonight. Let me know if you're watching SmackDown. I don't know, or maybe don't surprise me, but there's rumors he's coming back. He and the New Day will be starring in a new Netflix show. It's interactive. It's going to be, I think, October 3rd. It debuts on Netflix, but it's going to be an interactive show where the New Day have to try to escape Undertaker's mansion. I forgot the name of it. You can look it up, though. I'm intrigued. I think it'll be fun. Number 10, this is a tag team. What tag team at this time in 1991 do you think deserves to be on a card at number 10? It was someone that Vince saw very marketable, but because he needs to own everyone, he changed their names. It is the Legion of Doom. Oh, what a rush. Ann Mullen Hawk right there back in 1991. Very intimidating. Their size. If you want to watch good character promo work, they were intense, but they had characters and they remained those characters. Very good stuff from the Legion of Doom. All right, only got a few left. I'll save them for the next commercial break. The top of the top. We'll get to those. Think of who you think will be Jack, Queen, King, and even the Joker. Let me know. There he is, Reggie Mafia 19. Hey, man. How you doing, buddy? How you enjoying Rampage? We got the women's trios match right now. Let us know. Tsunami. Yep, LOD. Tsunami in the chats here. Did any of you watch Black Mirror? They did an interactive show. Yeah, on Netflix. Yeah, I did watch that. I thought it was very fun, but it wore me out trying to do everything on the show, if you know what I mean. Just like choose your own adventure. You want to go back and try to do the other ones, especially if you kind of die early. I thought it was a lot of fun. It shows this stuff can be fun. It shows it can be done. And that's why I'm looking forward to this Netflix show with the New Day and the Undertaker. Reggie Mafia, is Brian Cage leaving? Only his wife, Waka Waka. Yeah, she went ham. I don't know if he appreciates that. I don't know if he agrees. Maybe that's why she said what she said, because he sits at the dinner table where he eats 900 chicken breasts and a piece of kale. Brian Cage, I feel, has been misused. But I don't know. It's a bloated roster. I think that's the thing. Reggie Mafia, you can't watch until later. Cool. It's decent. I just don't want Rampage to turn into Thunder. If you are my age, you understand what that means. Started out really hot, and then they just started kind of dumping stuff on Thunder just so it fills a time slot. Dynamite, though, did, what was it? 1,300,000 some? It's catching up. Raw, 1,800,000 some, and going down, I'm sure, more and more. AEW is going to beat Raw. They say they don't want to go head to head. I honestly think you just fucking crush them. Go on Monday nights. What you cannot crush on Monday nights is Bravo's Below Deck series. What a fantastic reality show. Yeah, that's heavily edited and groomed as well. But it's so fun and trashy. Tsunami, Brian Cage has been protected, hasn't he? I think he has because they don't know what to do with him. Man, Chris Statlander is so powerful. Yeah, I think they don't know what to do with him, but they want to do something with him, so they kind of protect him. Riho. That didn't look like it hurt at all. I'm sorry, Riho. Oh, love you, but I mean, nice crossbody though. That was good. Reggie, Mafia. Maybe when they get Bray, they can go head to head. Oops, gotta mute. Don't want that copyright on that awesome Rancid song. Check it out, Ruby Soho. Look it up. Yeah, Bray and Cage. I wouldn't mind seeing that. We'll see what they do with Bray when he comes in October. Brian Cage just wants to be Goldberg. I don't know too much about his attitude or him beyond what I see in the ring. So, I mean, let me know if that's how he is. Yeah, I don't know. Adam Cole versus Kazarian on Wednesday. Jade Cargill versus Layla Hirsch on Wednesday. Darby Allin versus Shawn Spears on Wednesday. Cody Rhodes versus Malachi Black. Wednesday, September 22nd. That is Dynamite Grand Slam. We're going to see, hopefully, like we hear in the chats here, Ric Flair show up. Max Caster versus Brian Pillman is the main event. Okay. Reggie, like Brian Cage and Lucha Underground. I missed a lot of Lucha Underground. I got to go back. Got to say. Maybe he fights CM Punk with Team Taz. Yeah, he is out of Team Taz. Brian Cage is no longer there. So Caster here coming out in a little bit here. We'll see if he raps. I don't know. Again, I'm not a fan of his rap, but CM Punk, that'd be random. Yeah, that would be random. That's kind of what we got on Dynamite. We got Punk and Team Taz going at it on the mic. I can only see him fighting I forgot his name already. Ricky Starks. You got Pillman's luggage in the background. All right. Tsunami, nope, no new manager or anything. I think they're teasing a fight maybe this coming up soon again with Team Taz. I think it just needs to end. It's time for the main event, says Mark Henry, Max Caster with Anthony Bowens versus Brian Pillman Jr. Brian Pillman Jr. really starting to pick up steam in AEW. Let me know if you guys like that stuff with MJF. With yeah, it was okay. Again, you're kind of crossing lines. All right, let's go back to the top of the top here. 1991 WWF trading cards. Who do you think is the Jack? Think of the time period. Think of who could be the Queen, King, and Ace. We all know who the Ace is going to be, but the Jack, none other than the Ultimate Warrior. Again, not world champion yet, but that's the spot. Everyone knew. Was he world champion then? I don't know. It was WrestleMania 6. I don't know. Yeah, it's mid. All right. We all know who the Queen is, right? 1991. Only one person. We all know the Queen is none other than Miss Elizabeth. While Rampage is on commercial here, I'm just going through some old cards right now from 1991, showing some stuff off here, some old merch. The Queen, of course, one of the only women at the time in WWF. Miss Elizabeth. Got three more. Who do you think the King is? The history books, aka Google Tsunami. The King. There's only one spot other than the King left. We all know who that's going to because of egos. The King at this time, 1991 in WWF. And he wasn't the King yet, I'm not sure, but I'll have to check the history books. But at the time, 1991, the Macho King, Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah, dig it. If you want to hear a fantastic Macho Man impression by Eric and Knock, find it somewhere in our 4-hour live stream of All Out. Again, All Out, man. What a fucking pay-per-view. It was so good. Love All Out. Glad I spent $50 on there. Bleacher Report gave me one hell of a headache. I don't know if you had headaches at all, but getting it. But I hope they find another service other than Bleacher Report. Fine stream, though, just not fully high def, especially if you watch it on a 4K TV. All right. We all know whose ego, who Vince's number one guy is at the time, who, if you know my theory, why the two are so bitter at the split of the separation of each other. No, it is none other than Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, the ace. Vince's ace at the time. He was all up in Vince's ace at the time. That it is. Let's get to this one, though. This is the interesting one. It is the Joker. Let me know who you think the Joker is. The Joker, one of my favorites of all time. Yeah, the man legitimately does not need a title. The Joker, again, like most of these people went to WCW in a way similar that people come to AEW, but different because AEW isn't shelling out money to everyone. Some of these people are getting less than they got in WWE. All right, let's listen to this rap here. All right, we're listening, Max.
Hillman is from this place and it shows a town full of losers like Pete Rose.
I mean, a Pete Rose diss.
Take his knees out like Joe Burrow. Get over it. Skyline chili looks like a bowl of whoa.
Yeah. GP, but he's got to watch his mouth after that Simone Biles stuff. Mentioning it, I don't think that's like as risky as I think it is. The Joker, someone who was really good on the mic and could really cut some heel stuff. None other than Hot Rod, Rowdy Piper. Rowdy Piper, one of my favorites of all time. So good on the mic, knew how to tell a story in the ring, had his style. All right. But he knew how to work with other people. Great stuff with Bret Hart. And of course, They Live. One of the most fun movies you'll ever see. John Carpenter, watch They Live. Here's Brian Pillman Jr. You guys like his progression so far? I'm liking it. He surprised me on the mic too. So yeah, it's a main event. It's his biggest match. Again, I don't watch Dark the Return. Dark Takes Manhattan. I can't. But they do need to put more of the women from Dark onto Dynamite. They got a lot of women on this match in one match. Excuse me, on the show in one match. I need to see more Jade Cargill. I need to see more Big Swole. They put Pillman Jr.'s family in new shirts other than the ones that they're wearing on Dynamite to make it look like a new night. Is that his sister? I can't remember. But anyways, she gave birth after this. So I'm glad she held it in for the show on Dynamite. That's kind of intense. September 22nd. Tsunami mentioned Ric Flair could show up. Anyone else that you think could show up? Arthur Ashe Stadium show, Dynamite, the 22nd. Impact. We're talking about ratings. This week's episode of Impact on Access TV drew 111,000 viewers. Those are their numbers. Yeah, it's Impact. But you want to know what almost broke 1 million? Rick and Morty, the finale, the 2-part finale. The second half got more views than the first half. Great finale. Let me know what you think of it. I have seen it 3 times, and I still need to watch it to catch up on everything on what the hell is going on. Big universe building on Rick and Morty. Max Caster with the Yo's on there from UMTV Raps. I missed that show. Fab Five Freddy. If anyone else remembers it, I love it. Dr. Dre and Ed Lover. That was good. Back in my day. He closed out the weekend nights with Headbangers Ball with Ricky Rackman. Good times, man. Now you turn it on, you got fucking teen moms and also on a little rant here, when they do stuff, because I do like watching ridiculousness, they do their I Love My MTV with the Spaceman and the Money for Nothing song, Dire Straits saying it over it. Don't act like you're still that MTV. You're not. It's like WWE acting like they're still the Attitude Era. Crowd's dying out a little bit here. I gotta say, this is again, they've been on now 2 showings in the same night for this crowd. Taz is so good on the mic. Love Taz. I don't know. Do you guys watch Dark? I mean, are the matches like, I don't know. If you want to try to sell me on Dark, please do. Knock tries to every week. Just say I'm glad he's not a car salesman, or him, his family would just starve. He wouldn't be bringing any money home because he tried to sell things like Eddie Kingston's promos to me, and I'm just not buying them. Yeah, I think Brian Pillman is going to be the Shawn Michaels. I don't want to put Griff in the Marty position. I think Brian will be more like Shawn, though. At least elevated. I mean, I don't know if he's going to have the career, but he seems to be speeding past Griff a little bit. Julia, I haven't seen too much of her on here. I like that cam. I like that the cam on the turnbuckle, especially for stuff like that. And now they're starting to know the production more and where the spots are going to be. So it looks really cool when they do that. Go. Pillman's still trying to get the crowd going. Hometown, got to do it. Anthony Bowens and his mall chain. I don't know why this is main eventing. I really don't. This is an opening match. But I guess you can't show a dead crowd in the beginning because then it might draw viewers out, especially new viewers. So, I mean, you got the crowd for the first match versus this. It's night and day. Getting a little back into it. WrestleMania is probably going to be 2 nights going forward. I went to WrestleMania 35. That was a long one. So once you start getting into like hour 3 plus, like it can wear on you, which is why Raw is so awful. Raw is, God, I fucking hate watching that. And the thing about Raw is too, great roster, great roster. There it is. Brian Pillman Jr. gets the win. Probably pick up 50 more wins on Dark this week. Hugs the family. That's nice. You get a moment like that. He leaves the one guy out. Come on, man. Yeah, decent stuff. Yeah, nice springboard from Pillman. All right, now Griff will probably come out, I'm sure, with Julia. Unless someone new comes out. All right. I'm going to get the mute button ready just in case Cult of Personality comes on. The boombox. Oh, someone's out. Oh, there, of course. The other hometown hero. John Moxley makes the save. Super kick. There we go. Paradigm shift. And then we get the crowd going home happy. I still don't like Wild Thing. I don't like it as a theme song, but all right. Live Wednesday. Check it out. Check us out live right here on the channel. Every Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific. We do the show. It's started as a podcast, but I think we turn it into a pretty good show. We do stuff like trivia. We go over what happened in the week of wrestling. We do a lot of stuff. It's very interactive. It's live. We got the chat for you. Please join us. 4 p.m. Pacific time, Sunday. Join us for the West Coast Popcast. Me, Eric, Knock. We had a great team. And check out the channel. We got a lot of stuff on there too, especially the video that Eric just put out with wrestlers telling their stories. Awesome stuff with him. So for Zach and West Coast Pop, thank you for watching Rampage with me. Have a great weekend and be excellent to each other.